Hey guys, welcome back to the third episode. It's our playthrough as Egypt. If you remember last episode, we had this big army spring up out of nowhere, this rebel army, this guy right here. See that he is currently loyal. I don't know why he decided to raise up this army, but you can see that our economy is absolutely garbage because of it. Considering that we did not actually make that army, he made it, although we are now paying for it. And so what I did find, though, is I'm pretty sure this army is supposed to be disloyal, but it's not, so I can just disband this, which I'm just going to do. Disband it now, we don't have to worry about that. And so, I mean, that works. The Magrid family is disloyal, it looks like, so we are going to go into characters, families, see the Magrid family as a... I don't know why it's they're not happy, because they are 3 jobs. They do have 3, so maybe will just fix itself at the end of the month. I don't know. So if you remember, we are going to be declaring war on this little nation right here. We either need our fabricate claim to finish up, or we can wait for this consult the court to finish. I'll just unpause here. It's a matter of Palestine. Should be, I think it's a little province, and see that we'll go with this one. And so these armies are kind of getting into position here. We'll put that guy there so we don't kind of overwhelm this land, or here. This army is not, understandably, it's a bit too big for that land, so hopefully we can start declaring war soon. Otherwise, that we will start to get attrition on that. Essentially, war plan for here, we declare war. They have no allies. This army takes that fort, this army takes that fort, and this army takes out their armies. So that's essentially the plan. Once fabricate claims finished, you can see that we still have this army of 1,000 barbarians. That's not really doing much, so not gonna. And the only way to get rid of it, other than sending a big army over here, is just to pay it off for 200 gold, which I'm really not willing to do, considering that it's only an army of 1,000. It's not doing anything negative to me. So we'll come back once the fabricate claim is finished. Never mind, it looks like the court finished its whatever it was doing, and now you can see the court's been consulted, and now we have claims in this land, and the land we have to take is exactly the land we were about to take anyway, except now we just have claims on all of it. So we should be able to declare war. See, just to confirm there, now we're at war with them. So we did lose a trade route, because I'm assuming we had a trade going through there, or from there, some other things, so we're just gonna try and see what we lost. It looks like maybe we'll just import some steppe horses. We really don't need too much to import right now, so send this army up here to the capital, and then this army right here. And you can see about that capital, as I believe that's the one spot in this entire country, or really area here, that can support that army, so it's kind of nice that they are able to go and take that. And this army will just be taking their land, and those two will be doing their kind of hard work and doing all the forts. And so I'm going to put this army on infinite operations, so it can just kind of get the land itself, although it wants to go take the fort, which I wouldn't recommend it doing. Now it's going to go get that fort. And then I'm going to keep this army here as kind of a reserve in case like they decide to bring some troops on their very small fleet, or this army comes and tries to take land, so I'm just going to kind of keep them in the middle right here. So those sieges are going well. This army is just going over there, which is fine. We might want to just break this one up in half, so we can have a bit more efficient of a taking of the land, so we can have this war finish up quickly, and then maybe declare war on Judea right there. So it looks like that army decided to run into Phrygia, which we can't go, considering that they hate us and we kind of hate them. And so we either get this person loses loyalty. You can see that she's the, looks like she's a high hat. You can see this person right here. And we can just switch out this job. Although we do have to put someone in the Magrid family, or this family. So we switch out the job, and then we'll just say we don't care. So, on pause, you can see that we do have blockaded ports. It looks like their navy is 6. But we should still have a navy big enough to take that out. Yeah, we lost half the size of our navy If you remember when we were war with Phrygia, but now we should be able to destroy them. Or I'll have to tell them to destroy them. So, ideally we take them completely out, which we probably should. You see they somehow got really lucky and didn't lose any ships. Unlike us, when we fight in naval battles, we always lose all of our ships. So, we'll just put these guys on hunt fleets, which is a good way to search and destroy enemy fleets. And they're going to go back to the port, even though there is an enemy fleet. We'll just let them do what they want to do, because I'm assuming if a bigger fleet, I mean, that's the size of their fleet. This army is... Are we at war with them? No. They are our allies. I don't know why this army is... It wants to go all the way over here, and that's the route it decided to pick. And I can almost guarantee you that by the time it gets all the way over here, these sieges are going to be finished, and it could have gone, but we'll just let it do whatever it wants to do. And so we'll have this army of 8,000 on defend borders. It's not much to defend. It's going to be a very lazy army. So let's put in take that land back, even though it's kind of automatically taken. You can see that really this war is not going too well for them. I don't think we had almost no conflicts in terms of battles. Let's get more of armies. We have a lot of pop-ups right now. So barbarians are still there, and we could become Hellenic. What religion are we? We are, looks like we are Canaanitic, and we could become Hellenic, which could be good and could be bad. Essentially, since we're this religion and we're really the only people with this religion, unless we only conquer down here, we're going to have religious problems. Even though these guys aren't, most of them aren't Hellenic, it looks like. See that if we did this, converts religion to Hellenic, it looks like most of them are converted to Hellenic. And every character not following the new faith will lose 20 loyalty, and the members of the ruler's family will convert to the new faith. And then we do lose a ton of stability, which would get us all the way down to 16. So we might do this if we get really high in stability and it provides a benefit. But right now, it does absolutely no benefit, and we really have no reason. See that Judea is at war with Phrygia. I thought they were at war with us for a sec, but they weren't. And so we managed to take that siege. We'll put these both on independent operations. Actually, not that one, because that one's not finished. And then, so that should pretty much finish up this war. So their capital is at 42%, and it's a 43% chance here. So if they'll hurry up and finish, and that will just capture all the surrounding land automatically for us. And then other armies hopefully will just head down here and catch that. So you won that. Other ends automatically capturing, and we'll put these guys in infinite operation. They really don't need to do much. See that for some reason these guys are wanting to take that, even though they're automatically being taken. But looks like that's going to be about it for this war right here. See, sue for peace, we could potentially get all of the land, which is understandable considering that we took everything. So with the 43, it's not very valuable land, although it will give us a decent amount of aggressive expansion, and we'll accept that. And so now we are a bit bigger, and now we'll want to declare war on Judea. See, we do have claims on them, although they're allies. The very massive Samaya, and they are no longer at subject states of Phrygia. That's why they're at war with them, trying for independence, and we are going to kind of mess up their day. That if you are ever, and this applies to a lot of things, if you're ever like fighting a stronger nation, like say you are wanting to fight the Seleucid Empire and you are Armenia, you might want to wait till the Seleucid Empire is at war with like Mara, because that will draw all of its troops over here. So that's kind of just a quick tip right there, and that's kind of what we're going to do over here, even though we'd be able to defeat them anyway. So we'll get these armies over here and hopefully kind of take them out before Phrygia takes them out. So we'll want to, as quickly as possible, get our troops all the way to the forts, because that'll allow us to take that land. Because if the freaking troops get to those forts first, then they'll be able to take them, and we won't be able to do anything about it unless we declare war on Phrygia, which we do want to do eventually. So finish that. Now we're almost done. We just need these three things, essentially making grains, which we need that friggin' land right there, which we'll do probably next episode or maybe later in this episode. So declare war. That's the nice thing about the missions. We have claims in all this area, so we don't have to worry about fabricating a claim. And then we'll send this army to right here. This army is going to go to right there. And this army, if we can get them to over there, it looks like we can't. So we'll have them maybe reinforce that army. Although that land is pretty good, it looks like. I know how it'll be for 24,000 troops, but we should be kind of fine. We'll have these guys kind of reserve right there. So we'll have, yeah, these troops are just going to sit right here because there's not much for them to do right now, considering that we can't use our navy to get in because there's that one little bit of freaking land separating us from them, or the ocean from them. So we do have disallowed characters. This person right here, they're at 26 loyalty. We will just let the game unpause so we can kind of finish up this war. We can bring the trial. You have a 13% chance of success. We don't want to do that. So we might just want to make them our rival, even though we already are their rival. So that's a benefit. And then plan assassination of this person right here. I don't know why we would. We're not that person, but this person. And so we'll have a 46% chance of success, which is not the best. See that? We have a big army of Judeans, 11 cohorts. This is as well as Samenia. This is essentially their entire army combined. Looks like those will be the only troops so we can get there in time. It looks like we're gonna kind of have a decisive victory there. It's gonna be good for us. You can see we do have looks like a succession. So we have a baby. We could say anything. We'll just make it go away. It's not the nice thing to do. It's the least has the least negative precautions. So this is level 1 fort. This is a level 1 fort as well, and so we can have this army kind of go over there, and so it can be kind of in the middle, both of them, in case we need to reinforce them again. Although I doubt their morale will recover fast enough for us to do that. So unpause. You can see that we are some way losing from one battle, and war goal, they are defending this province, which they kind of are, although you can see now their sieges, or their forts, are kind of failing, and now they're gonna lose. You can see, there's their army once again. You can see that half of it managed to escape from the other part, and the other part kind of got destroyed, and so that was bad planning on their part. So we're gonna put these guys on independent operations, and then this that army will have, once it finishes the fort, which it just did, head over here, which it can't because it looks like that is guarded by this fort, and so we'll just have to wait. You can see that pretty much all Judea now is completely destroyed. We completely took out that army, which is always nice because then they can't do anything. You can see Phrygia is trying to get some of this land, although you can see we pretty much captured the entire area right before they could. And so now Phrygia, it's the only option to declare war on us if they want any of this land. But they did get some of this, and they did get the capital, so we won't be able to take that, which is annoying. We could always declare war on Phrygia. See that we got a ton of loyalty from a bunch of people. The enemy allies, they still have a lot of allies, including Thrace, but all 3 of our subject states, wherever they are, I've not even been paying attention to these subject states. Looks like they're all over here by Phrygia. So they would kind of a bad time in that war. And so we'll just kind of let this unfold. We'll have this army take that, so Phrygia can't take that. And you can see Olympic Games. We're not going to want to send this general for Stratus. This person is not really doing anything, so we'll send them, because then we'll have to reappoint our general, which is not the best. So you can see this is a level 1 fort. This is also a level 1 fort, so should be finishing up soon. And these independent operation armies aren't doing much. It looks like they're all kind of ganging up that fort, and this one army is not independent operations, and it's just going to head over there. So you have lost some men, probably mostly from attrition, and less from battles. Forgot to unpause. See, these barbarians are still just right over here. They're not doing absolutely anything. You see, you can pay them off. We can create travel vassal, which we don't want to do, because then we'll have to. So you can see that they won't accept until like 200 gold, which is really not too much for us, although that's kind of just annoying. So we won that siege. Now we can send that army off to here, play siege to that. So they've kind of gotten a bad job, but that will increase the speed of this war. And so we'll have them go there so we can take that land. At this point, yeah, we're definitely going to win this war. Although Phrygia does occupy some of that, so that's probably going to go to Phrygia because we can't take that because that is Phrygian. You can see that we can't get the capital, that we can get everything else. Just about. It's because capitals, you have to occupy them in order to capture them, and for tiles, not necessarily. And so now we've completely won. We can sue for peace as much as we possibly could. You can see that. The only little chunk we can't get is that capital, because we did control the majority of that region, so it'll let us take those tiles. And so we captured that, and we deserve no quarter. And so now we've expanded a bit more. We do not have anything that need fleet, because that was not strictly necessary. But that's going to be about it for this episode. Thanks for watching. And next episode, we're just going to be declaring war on Phrygia, getting this land here. So that'll be it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.